Looking for a way to get healthy? The Chef You and I program has the answer. Kathryn Raaker and chefs from around the nation will teach even the most inexperienced how to cook. Come into their kitchen and watch them take ordinary foods with loads of calories and fat and turn those foods into healthier dishes. You will be the first to get tips and ideas on foods that are easy to prepare. Now let's join Kathryn and today's chef and learn how to make today's recipes.
Hi, this is Kathryn Raaker of the Chef You and I. I have my guest chef, Father Andrew Umberg, with me today, and he's making all Mexican. What can I tell you? Right, Father?
Yes. Well, actually what we call, at least in the Midwestern United States, Mexican. Yes.
Mexican, right.
Yes.
Well, I have some Mexican chefs that I'm working with now, seriously, in Texas, so anytime you want to meet them, no problem. Great. Okay. So what we're going to make is what, Father, first?
First, taco soup, Mexican taco soup. And these are all derivative of, certainly in Mexico is where all these beautiful flavors were, the beginning of them, and then they've been adapted. So yes, taco soup. I don't know if anyone has taco soup in Mexico, but we love it here.
Taco soup.
We love taco soup.
You do love taco soup.
I do.
Well, you're going to show us how we're going to make it, right?
Yes, yes.
And then we're making what?
White chicken chili, which I think also would certainly, the flavor group is Mexican. I don't know. I don't know if anyone ever has it there, but white chicken chili, beautiful stuff.
And then I'm going to make a Mexican, a wonderful Sopapilla Cheesecake pie.
Oh, that's a dessert then.
That's the dessert.
Okay.
And for all of you salad lovers, I'm making a Mexican cucumber salad. So the first thing that we're doing, right, Father, is I'm going to put these over here because I'm not ready to do that yet.
Okay.
We're going to start with your ingredients. And I think I think you're going to do the actual 1 pound of ground beef. So we need to brown that. So that's the first thing you need to do.
So this is that Wagyu beef.
That Wagyu beef, right.
Very nice. So I'll turn this on then. And do we need any duck fat in the pan, do you think, to brown the ground beef? Whatever you think.
I really think so.
I think it should be okay. It'll probably be a little cleaner this way. Okay, want to turn it there? Okay.
And turn this one on, Father.
Wonderful.
Okay.
And so here we go with our Wagyu beef. How wonderful. This should be extra special.
That looks really good, Father.
It should be extra special with this kind of ground beef.
Right. And it's a very special ground beef. I really like it. I love the taste of it. Mm-hmm. And there's all kinds of Wagyu beef, I found out. The Japanese beef is really marbled a lot. This is Angus beef along with Wagyu mixed, which is really good.
Okay.
Okay, so
Sounds
that kind of
great.
gives you that. So we need to brown that first, and then you're going to remove the grease if there's any.
Yes, if there's a significant amount.
And you're going to add the remaining ingredients, and you're stir to. So I'm going to give you the ingredients. So instead of using 4 cloves of garlic, I gave you enough garlic that you can put in this. That's probably about 2 tablespoons of garlic. It said, or substitute garlic powder. But I know you like minced garlic, right?
I like the real thing, yes.
Yeah. So, and then you're going to put 2 teaspoons of chili powder in it. I gave you a little bit more than 2 teaspoons because I know that you like more than exactly. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. There's a little bit more salt in there than 1 teaspoon.
I'm going to have to take it a little easy there.
Yeah,
okay,
take it real easy. You can do that,
Sure.
one thing. So anyhow, and then you're going to do a half a teaspoon of dried oregano leaves, but I gave you a little bit more of that.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't mind food that really kind of, I'm more rather than less.
You're not what I call a measure. You don't measure
Right,
everything.
exactly.
Well, that's how I grew up with. We both did.
And
right?
I like strong flavors. And again, almost any dried spice too. You don't know, maybe it's lost some of its power over the time, so why not put extra in?
That's right.
That's what I think.
And then 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, which I gave you more. And that's that right there. And then I gave you about a teaspoon of onion powder instead of a half a teaspoon. And a teaspoon of ground black pepper. You can use whatever you want there.
Well, that's a generous, okay, good.
Yeah, that's generous. And then 28 ounces of the wonderful crushed tomatoes. Okay, but you don't want them. You don't want to undrain them. You need that. You need
all that juice. Got it.
Right. And then 4 ounces of diced green chilies, and there's actually 2 of them there, so you can use half of that if you want to.
Okay, right. So this is 8 ounces, huh?
That's 8 ounces.
That's a lot.
That's 1 ounce. That's 4 ounces. I'm sorry, that's 4 ounces.
We were cutting open so many cans before we were confused.
Yeah,
but okay, so that's 4 ounces. That's the right amount.
4-ounce can of diced green chilies. And then you're going to do 1 can of 15-ounce can of kidney beans, rinsed and drained, which I did for you already.
Thank you.
Right? And then you're going to also do 1 15-ounce can of black beans. That's the black beans. And here's the kidney beans that you're going to be using. They're rinsed and drained. And then I did the corn, so 17-ounce can of corn, or that's frozen corn that's defrosted now. Okay?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
And it's drained. Doesn't have anything liquid on it. And then 2 cups of low sodium beef broth.
Okay.
Okay, which we have right there.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got everything that you're going to need. That's all measured for you.
It's quite beautiful.
Don't you
I love
that?
this. Yes, yes, yes. You should come over to my house next time I'm cooking.
Anytime, right, that you're cooking, right. Well, that's part of the cooking show. That's what takes so long. And I think our audience knows that anytime when you're preparing anything, it looks easy on television. But they have prep cooks behind you. You know that.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, so they do all of that. So I was your prep cook tonight. So now, what kind of toppings do you want, Father? Do you want tortilla chips, sour cream, shredded cheese, green onions chopped, avocado, hot sauce, and fresh cilantro? So how's that coming?
I'll put them all on there. Again, I'm not known for my subtlety.
I know you're not.
In cooking, so or in what I say.
That looks kind of brown to me, don't you think?
It's getting there. It's getting there. And by the way, it smells really good.
Yeah,
that is some very nice smelling beef, I have to say.
Because the cameraman wants to come in and see
well,
what
there we
doing.
go. We don't want to stop that from happening. But yeah, and this is in one of your nice pans here, huh? And it's very nice.
Oh, and I forgot that you're cooking in the 360 pans from Americraft, Father, which absolutely clean the best. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah,
so is that about ready, you think?
I'd say it is ready. And
do you need to rinse that off? No.
Let's see. Any draining? See, here's the thing is, there is some nutrition in the fat, and I don't think it's excessively fatty.
No,
so,
I don't either. So why don't we start adding all the ingredients?
Okay, the 2 teaspoons of chili powder.
Right.
Here we go, and in it all goes.
And then the garlic. There's a lot of garlic there, Father.
Yeah, I might not put, believe it or not, I might not put all the garlic in, although I don't always get permission to use garlic here, since one of our diners is...
That's me.
Always cautious about that.
You remind me of Emerald.
Well, thank you.
Okay.
I like Emerald, so
yeah, I know. So just stir that in, and then actually, once you get that in there.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think I'll put in a little bit more, tiny bit more garlic. Oh, wow! Now that the garlic's hitting that beef grease, oh, I'm loving that, or beef fat, I guess I want to say.
Right. Now, do you want the rest of the ingredients?
Sure.
So let me hand them to you.
Okay.
All right, they're right here, Father. They're right here for you.
Thank you. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to put in.
Right.
This is our ground cumin, and we have extra.
Yes, you have
here.
extra in there.
Okay.
So,
it's supposed to be a teaspoon. This is a tablespoon. I'll do about 2 teaspoons.
Right.
Well, no, why not? Sure. Okay.
Right. Okay, now.
Okay, so it's important to be very precise when we're cooking.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
We'll give you the precise recipe, not to worry.
And here's how much paprika is it supposed to be?
Paprika is half a teaspoon. I gave you
about a teaspoon. And true confessions, the producer and I found some ground cayenne pepper to add to the paprika.
Oh, okay.
You know, the spicy cousin of paprika.
Because you love that, right?
Exactly. So here we go. We're so you can tell the 2 different shades of orange there.
Yes.
And there we go. Some nice cayenne pepper.
I did give you a teaspoon of onion.
You did
onion powder.
Onion powder.
Right.
That won't hurt anything either.
No, it won't.
Oh, it almost looked like the Mexican flag there.
Yeah, right. And so
red,
then you want to put
the orange, green, and white. Here, let me just toss this around a little bit first. I think I'll make sure we're getting it all nicely homogeneous. Oh, that's looking... I wish this were smell-o-vision. This is really quite a wonderful smell.
Right.
Okay.
So now the other thing that you want to put in is a freshly ground pepper.
Okay. And again, this might not be freshly ground. It's a decent amount of black pepper. What are we supposed to have, about a teaspoon or a half teaspoon?
That's more than a teaspoon, I think.
Well, but how much does it take?
Half a teaspoon of ground.
So, okay, so I'm going to go closer to the half thing because of all...
You've got a lot of whatchamacallit in there.
Yeah, we got plenty of firepower.
Okay, now you want to put
any oregano yet or no?
Oh yeah, the oregano.
Definitely. And how much
the oregano is like a teaspoon of oregano.
Okay, and that's about what we have there then. So good. I'll throw that whole thing in there.
And don't forget the crushed tomatoes. They go in next.
Okay, and then you know what? I'm going to put a little salt since we were doing low sodium. There, I'm going to go ahead and put in about a quarter teaspoon of salt. Not a lot. Not a lot.
And the green chilies.
And then, of course, the green chilies. Here they are, nice and chopped up from the can.
Okay. And now.
Okay, I just want to get rid of that little last bit. I didn't, I guess.
That's right.
But anyway,
and then you want to put the tomato.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just let me again, want to do another little stir here. And these tomatoes should deglaze the pan real nice, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Again, with this, okay. Wow, I got a kind of spicy breath of air there.
Yeah.
And that was a little challenging to me. I sound like those people in the last row when I get out the incense at church and start coughing as soon as I see it.
Right, Father.
Oh, well.
Okay. All right, that's looking really, really good. So you might want to turn it down just a little bit.
Okay, and we're supposed to then bring it to a... Well, should I put it in the beef broth first, though, before I do that?
Hold on a minute. Let's see. Where is it?
So we've got a quart here.
Oh,
we just need 2 cups. We just need a half quart. So a half quart.
Half a quart, Father.
If I still remember my measurements right?
Right.
Okay, so again, we have to make sure it's exactly half, right?
Well,
I'm just kidding, of course.
Yeah.
You know I'm just... Okay, great.
Okay, and then you're going to add also the corn.
Okay. Here, I'm just giving this a nice homogenizing stir first. Very nice, with the same utensil that we were using before. Why not? Okay. And here's some corn. Okay, about 17, equal to a 17 ounce. Okay, now we're putting the kidney beans in, right? And that's a can. What?
That's a 15-ounce can.
15-ounce can, rinsed and drained.
They're rinsed and drained. And then this is the black beans, rinsed and drained.
Rinsed and drained. Okay, and in they go. And then we had a little bit of tomato clinging to the sides. I thought, well, let's put a little bit more beef broth in there. Actually, I was going to put water in, but Kathryn had the better idea of putting in beef broth. Why not?
Why not?
I've never said there's too much broth in this soup.
You want to mix it up a little bit. Right.
I will do that, yes.
And then turn it down.
Okay, so it's almost looking like the finished product now, but I guess the simmering we're going to do, the reason we simmer things is to...
20 minutes.
Okay, and that's to get all those flavors into the beans and all the way into the beef.
Ooh, that looks good,
it is looking nice, and you know what? I wouldn't mind even a little bit more beef broth.
All right, here you go.
So we're going to break the rules and go more like 3 cups instead of 2. Okay.
That's right. We're good.
Nice. Okay, so we'll leave it on a little bit longer and then turn it down when it's time. We're going to be covering it. But first we want to get it to a low boil. And that'll only take a few minutes to do that, I think.
Right.
And I'll maybe even turn it down a little bit now. This is a very good stove with very nice burners there.
Yeah. Well, actually, you could turn it down because remember the pans don't need a lot of heat.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, good deal.
Okay, and then we're going to cover it and let it simmer for 20 minutes.
And I'm going to turn it like this a little bit here. So that we have room for the other pan.
Right.
And then, but we're still not to a boil though. Should I normally we're supposed to bring it to a boil before we...
Oh yeah, bring to a low boil, it says.
Yeah,
Father.
and then we'll turn it down a little bit lower and let it simmer.
Right.
So for right now, I've got my eye on this. if you would like, I'll go ahead and start on the white chicken chili that you've done all the prep work for so devotedly.
So why don't we take a little short break, Father, and then I'll go get the ingredients for the white chicken chili.
Sounds great.
Does that sound good? So we'll be right back after these important messages on The Chef You and I with Father Andrew Umberg and Kathryn Raaker. We'll be right back. We're back on The Chef You and I with our wonderful chef, Father Andrew Umberg. And you're making what now?
Now it's time to make the white chicken chili.
Right. And so here are you need, first of all, to peel the onion and chop it up.
Okay, and I'm going to pour this olive oil ahead of time into our pan.
Right.
And get it heated up a little bit. We could use a little bit of extra olive oil, I think.
I think so, too. We can get some of that.
Okay.
And so how much olive oil do you want in there, Father?
Put in another tablespoon or two. Enough to fill, to at least cover the bottom of the middle of the pan.
Okay.
Excellent, excellent.
So then after you chop up the onions, that onion, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Then we'll start, what it says, a long time. It says to really kind of...
You saute them for 4 minutes. Which is really a long time. And then you add the garlic and saute that for 30 seconds more.
Okay.
So I'm going to, in a minute, give you the garlic, which is over there. You love chopping onions, don't you?
I do, although this knife isn't everything.
Listen, it wasn't my idea. You want this one instead?
Yes.
Try
Here we go.
one.
Let's try this one. Ah, that's a lot sharper. Here we go. Sharp knife's a safer knife as long as you know how to wield it. You know, you got to be careful with it.
You have to be really careful because you don't want to cut yourself.
Or someone else. The way you're walking around a kitchen. Very important with a knife to walk with it at your side like that.
Father?
Okay.
Okay, let me get in here for a second.
Okay.
Because I'm going to give you what? A scraper.
Uh-oh.
And
yeah, these scraper tools are wonderful. It's got a little measuring thing on there if you want to measure the pieces of Italian sausage or something you're putting in something.
Yeah.
No Italian sausage in this dish.
No, there's not. So I'm just going to read off the ingredients.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're putting about 2 cloves of garlic in with those onions.
How much onion does it ask for again?
It's a 1 onion. 1 small or 1 medium onion. Okay.
Okay, so this will be nice and oniony. Excellent.
Yeah. Onions are great. Now, see, if you just use the onion, I could eat it. But that's all right. I don't mind. So then we're going to do the onions first in the actual olive oil. Okay, and we're going to, what we call sweating them, right?
Yes.
And so you want them in there for 4 minutes. So I'm going to time it.
Very nice.
So at 8:53, you're going to take them out. Or not take them out, you're going to add the garlic to it. So I'm going to get the garlic out for you. So how much do you think, Father, if there were 2 cloves of garlic? About a tablespoon? What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say a good tablespoon.
Good. So, boy, I can smell this garlic. So we're going to wait for a minute or 2, right?
Okay, and I'm going to do a little more chopping. I missed some of this a little bit.
Okay.
You know, in a soup, I don't mind a little chunky, but I don't want, like half an onion in there.
So I'm going to take this and put this in the bag well, because it's a great place to put things when you're done with them. And so I love it.
Okay, and I'm coming over here.
Another one?
Yeah, just
Okay.
Nice, okay. And I'll get them with a scraper. Okay.
My hands are clean.
Okay, good.
There you go.
I trust you completely.
That's why I wear gloves, Father. So anyhow, all of our recipes are going to be up on the Chef You and I, Father. And we're on everything now. We're on LinkedIn. We're on yournews.com. We're on every television shows that we are listed with. And we're going to be doing, with my radio show, Father, some cooking things. Because a lot of the cooking people that used to be on the radio are no longer there.
Huh.
So I thought that would be kind of cool to do, which would be different, right?
It would be.
Yeah. So I'm gonna measure this garlic for you.
Thank
There
you.
you go.
Look at that.
And in just a few minutes. Oh, now you do it 8:50. Oh, 8:53. Sorry.
Yeah, we
2
still have
more
a couple
minutes.
more minutes. Yeah.
Do you want any more garlic than that?
I think that's plenty.
Yeah, I think so too. So you don't want to waste the garlic.
Exactly. And here, I'll take that spoon for
I
the
know.
garlic, if that's okay.
That'll help. Okay.
Well, this time, yeah.
Right. And then you're going to do that for
Another minute or so. and we
another
get to
minute, and
throw
then
it
you're
in.
going to add the thing to that. And then I got to hand you the broth and the green chilies.
I keep switching utensils. This may taste a little bit like taco soup. I'm just kidding. There's not enough. There's not enough from the other utensil to do it, but I was interchanging them. Oh well.
Right. This one's going to be really cool. So we're going to add the broth, the green chilies, the cumin, the paprika, the oregano, coriander, cayenne pepper, and you've got some little hot pepper in there, right? And salt and pepper to taste. And then you're going to bring the mixture to boil. Okay? I've already
Excellent.
measured everything for you.
Good, good, good.
And then you're going to add that cheese to make it,
thick at the end, kind
thicker.
of thick and creamy at the
Well,
end.
you add the cheese along with the corn, the whole beans, and you stir well. Do you want
And
to
then
puree the beans?
simmer more afterwards.
Do you want to puree the beans?
I didn't know we had to puree them. Yes, okay.
We're going to take a short break, and we're going to be right back since we needed to leave the garlic in there for 30 seconds,
Just
and
a
then
few
we're going to
minutes.
start adding other things, Father. So I'm going to take a short break. Is that all right?
Excellent.
Okay, we're going to take a short break. We're back on the Chef You and I, and Father Andrew is getting ready to put the chicken broth into the wonderful taco.
This is our white chicken chili.
White chicken chili.
So we've got our onions, our sautéed onions. 4 minutes of sautéing the onions, plus another half minute or a little bit more actually of sautéing the garlic. We're putting a whole thing of this Good.
Was it
And then-
good? I know you got
Oh,
a
I thought
chance
it was
to taste
delicious.
it a
I
little.
thought, yeah, I thought it was.
And then we made the Mexican
Cucumber salad.
salad. So we'll say, bon appetit, Father.
Yes, thank you, and I will.
Thanks for joining us on the Chef You and I Show today. We'll be back next week with another great and healthy recipe